Hello, everybody. Welcome to a lovely second to last week, actually, of the CEA Fall 2022 season. I am your primary caster today, Prefix. I'm joined here by my good friend, Swingley. How goes it?
Hello. I'm doing good. Glad to be here. Ready to comment?
Today's game, as it says on the title right below us and over in the description and in various places where I probably posted this, it is IBM Nimbus. We're just going to be calling him Nimbus versus GM General or Generous Motors. So we will hopefully be getting here quickly. And how you doing, Swingley? You excited for some good gameplay?
I'm excited. I have never seen Nimbus play. In fact, I haven't seen both of these teams play, but if it's a close game, I love close games, so I'm looking forward to that.
Close games are exciting, and that kind of brings us into format for the playoffs here. In the standard season, it was best of two, and kind of whoever got as many points throughout both rounds. In the playoffs, we will be in we'll be doing best of three. So
Oh,
a little bit different, a little bit weird. Let us get everybody into a party here. There you go, Swingley. Everybody's excited to hopefully see us be out and about today. And I'm excited to have everybody here with us. Shout out to String Beats, by the way, for providing awesome, amazing open copyright music for us to use. Check them out on pretty much wherever you listen to music. Everybody's here today from our various teams. Oh man, we got some interesting names today. So on GM side, we're gonna have Worst Behavior, Talu, J-Boy, Lou, Dort, and Pretzel. All of them are here today. And then on the other team, we're gonna have our good friends Nimbus, Caffeine, XKZ, Undercover Boomer, Dragoon, and they get one more on their way. I mean, it should be a close game. We're in the semifinals. Both of the teams ended up wiping on their first two and then going 2-1 on their last match here in the bracket. It could go either way. In the main season, Nimbus was, I believe, rank number 2. Generous Motors was 3, and that would mean that, yeah, they're close.
that's nice. Also, I'd
So
like to point out I'm very grateful that GM decided to put GM in their gamer tags. Makes my
it'll
life
make
a
it a
whole lot
little easier
easier.
to tell who's who.
Yeah.
You get used to it after a little while.
My brain's
I
trying to process so much information.
I usually end up like whenever I'm actually playing on a team, I'll throw like a GOG at the end of mine or something. But
Smart. I appreciate you. You
hey,
smart.
maybe if Polestar hires me, then I don't have to change any of my tags. All right, getting everything set up here. Kevin ran to the restroom.
Who are we waiting on? Somebody from Nimbus?
Yep, waiting on one person from Nimbus. Where's Moonbots? Comment Caffeine drops in a good note there of comment, like, and subscribe to the channel so that way you can get notified. Hopefully we'll be able to pick up, I believe next week's game is going to be the playoffs between the winner of this game and the winner of the is going to be the winner of the other playoffs game. Conveniently, I don't actually have it pulled up right now. Actually, yes, I do. It'll be whoever wins versus MS Office versus Amazon W Services is the other game being played this week, and then whoever wins this Nimbus versus Generous Motors kind of game.
And to clarify, Q, they Harbor is banned, right? You cannot pick Harbor.
Harbor is banned from the playoffs this year, unfortunately, because it was released so close. And if they had followed VCT rules, it would have been, the last 2 games. Actually, this would have been the week that Harbor would have been allowed under VCT rules. And the tournament organizers didn't want to create some chaos at the end here. I voted to just do it. Rules are rules. We should have just done it, and it would have been funny. But here we are.
What a shame.
It is what it is. But I did hit diamond again this season. Just got ranked again.
Oh, congratulations! I just fell to gold.
Gold what? Gold 2?
Gold 3. I used to be plat. Excuse me.
So what you're saying is gold 1. Got it. Oh man.
Oh, you rude ass.
It's all in chess. Unless we're talking about your league, and then we know you're bronze, but that's besides the point.
Hey, I used to be plat 3 this close to getting diamond, and then I stopped playing the game.
And then you got bad. Rest in peace.
Clarify, is Split a potential map or not?
Split is actually no, because it's not in the competitive rotation, I believe.
That is another shame.
Yeah,
gotta get these rules to get together.
All right, so we're doing our pick bands right now on maps and things. So Nimbus, because they're listed first as part of the playoffs, they'll be Team A. Generous Motors, since they're second in the actual teams, so one's home, one's away, they get to be Team B. How pick bands go is it kind of goes A, B, A, B, and that generally leaves one left. So we're getting a band on Bind, which is unfortunate because that's generally one of the most popular maps. From Nimbus, Generous Motors banned Fracture, kind of regarded as one of the weirdest maps to play in the CEA, I would argue. Nimbus was ready to ban that as well, but instead they go ahead and pick Haven. So first map, it looks like will be Haven. The second map, will be Icebox. The GM's going to start on defense for Haven, and that means that I believe Nimbus will be able to pick what side they want to play on Icebox. So, exciting days. We're out here.
Wait, sorry, Q. Could you clarify how this banning phase works? Does each side ban one map, and then after that they just choose the maps?
Yeah, so it narrows it down from 6, I believe, in the map pool to 4. Then they pick a map. The other team picks side. That team then picks a map. The first team picks side. Or A picks map, B picks side, B picks map, A picks side.
And if it does go into overtime, how does that decide?
Then there's the next ban phase where XKZ, in this case, from Nimbus, banned Ascent. And I believe Defender gets to pick the last map, which leaves something else.
Oh, no, ban Breeze.
No, ban Breeze. So that should leave Haven, I think. No, Haven was banned. Map 3 is Pearl.
What's the point of banning and then being the one to choose? Just
Dude, I don't know. I didn't make the tournament. I didn't make the tournament rules. Don't go for me.
You're right.
All right, and Nimbus will start on defense on Pearl. So that gives us our 3 maps for today. That will be have to go check. Haven, Icebox, and Pearl in that order. If they do win or if Nimbus wins the first 2 or GM wins the first 2, then that will lead to the last map not actually getting played. But it will be hopefully an exciting time.
Also, before we go, Illinois.
Illinois, yeah. It's a big help for the guys over on GM, considering they're based out of Michigan for the most part.
Wow, Sova's okay with the Z3XKZ?
The rules the rules is that you default to a central server, either Illinois or Texas, and then upon agreement between the different teams is where you go to either West Coast or East Coast. So
I'm not gonna like you. I'm kind of rooting for Nimbus at this point because they have the worst ping. I like an underdog story.
Maybe they're just used to it, right? Because they got to play on Illinois servers or Texas servers anyway. So who knows?
Where are they based? I don't know anything about this company.
IBM?
Uh-huh.
That's a good question. I know they literally have a huge office right down the road from my house, here in Colorado.
And Colorado is near Illinois.
Swingley, do we have to give you a state map here for you so you know what's where?
Bro, I know California and I know the general continents. I don't need anything beyond that.
All right, we are getting into our games here today, and it'll be interesting. GM over here picking up their first picks and bans. They kind of already know what they want to do. Worst behavior picking up Omen. Talu picks up Fade. J-Boy kind of hovering over on Cypher. Ludort on Raze, and Pretzel on Breach.
Damn, GM had a strategy going in. They already chose everything.
And I mean, you got Nimbus not far behind. Caffeine already locked in on Raze and Compton on Fade. You got XKZ hovering over on Breach, Undercover Boomer on Astra, and Dragoon on Killjoy. Only singing single duelists on these comps, which is kind of interesting to me. So it'll be a lot more defense-sided play rather than getting on site, but they do have two initiators on both sides, Fade and Breach, out here making themselves known, and it'll be an exciting map for the first one on Haven.
Yeah, I'm glad to see more initiators. I'm kind of tired of looking at duelists.
Fair enough. Of course, my chat lovingly is not actually refreshing at a consistent value here, so it'll be what it is. All right.
Playing for a second.
You are in fact not playing this time, Swingley.
I'm not used to these controls.
There.
All right, so GM starting off on defense this time, and Nimbus starting on attack. Should see some exciting comps coming out here.
They're not pushing towards C. As my colleagues have advised me, you typically don't push C on this map.
C is fine, especially for first, second round on either side, just because you don't have to worry about marshals or ops kind of being down C long, but there's a lot more closer angles you can kind of play to get on side. All right,
No charges.
the game has started and GM's throwing out a nade already down through mid. That kind of pushes back.
Need that back.
Nimbus just a hair. They're playing it quiet. They're playing it safe, trying to avoid too much noise going into side here. Some shots from window, trying to draw a little noise. GM not backing down. They're holding their corners, trying to make sure that they end up. Fade Dog goes in. They get shot by the other enemy Fade. Ludort kind of hiding behind the corner here with their frenzy. A little bit of B-side push, a little bit of peek over from worst behavior. Compton pushing up. With Dragoon here on to B-side. They've got on site. They see one. A little bit of a head tap over on Pretzel. Shot goes down, but Dragoon is blinded in two ways. J-Boy comes around and swings the corner, manages to grab XKZ and Dragoon. Tualo kind of flanking around, the other two heading towards A. They get trapped and they know where they're at now. And here they come over on the side. They're getting the bomb down. Now it becomes a retake for GM over on A side. Tualo pushing over here on the flank. Undercover Boomer got smokes behind him now. Kind of makes his job a little bit easier. However, he's hiding in the corner. Got one. Almost got two. Tualo managed to grab Caffeine. Undercover Boomer grabbed Dort, and worst behavior grabbed Undercover Boomer.
That's setting the tone for the game. I like it. I like it. I would like to point out that Nimbus, I feel like they kind of were a little too defensive on that. They had pretty much 3 people in the back line, and it's just a pistol round. Like, I don't know why they were expecting lurkers, you know, just pistols. I think they should have been a little bit more on the offensive, had a little bit more team contribution going forward, because by the time 2 of the members made it onto B, they didn't have any backup for the trade, so they lost 2, and then they lost a third, and they were down to a 4v2. I feel like they could have played a little bit more aggressively, not knowing exactly how the enemy plays.
And aggressive is what we're probably going to have to see here over on C site, with Nimbus pushing up on and lining up. A little bit of spread here. 3 over on C long. Worst behavior. Throwing some bullets downrange. Hopefully going to do a little bit of damage, but nothing yet. XKZ is kind of hiding around the corner, waiting for one of them to push out of garage here, but that ain't happening. They're backing up. Dragoon seeing and waiting. Nothing on flanks. Boomer taking shots. XKZ tried to swing out, but gets hit by the Spectre by Ludort. Nimbus not having a strong hold on any particular site right now, but they're already 1 person down. Dragoon making steps in mid. They're set up. Gets shot. Ludort sees them, manages to pick him off. Worst behavior over on site, manages to pick off Boomer, and then Swell swings out with an Ares and grabs Caffeine. And that was a quick ending to that round, as quiet as it was in the beginning.
To be fair, though, they did have the gun advantage. It's kind of, for the lack of a better term, it's the predictable outcome. You got to give them respect. It's not much to comment on that one. Did play slow again, but they didn't really have options. Only had pistols to their Spectres. Is what it is. Round 2.
And that's where we get the gun advantage over here in round 3, with Nimbus picking up a bunch of Vandals and a Phantom. You know, gotta get them close angles just in case. Plenty of Spectres and everything on GM side here, and they are ready to go. Shots going down into into garage where people are, but well, not this round, unfortunately. Big push up over on GM side, and they get picked over down, but they managed to grab 2. It's now 3v2 in favor of GM, with Pretzel grabbing a pick and a gun. Spike's over in main, but GM didn't even seem to notice. Undercover Boomer and your and Dragoon are pushing up here. They got the Spike. They can pull out, kind of go wherever they want. The rest of the group is playing back.
Placing alarm bot.
They're set up to hold on A. Sounds like they're going to be walking it down long here. Short it is. Generous Motors, Generous over here are a little bit A-sided here, but not on site, kind of just ready for retake, playing together, having sightlines to cover each other's backs and things. Dragoon, Undercover Boomer.
30 seconds left.
They're not on site. Smokes are down. That gives GM a hint on where they're at. GM Pretzel drops their plant there. Plant goes down, but Undercover Boomer takes some damage, and then Dragoon gets hit with the 3rd strike of that. That leaves Undercover all by himself on site. Managed to get 2. GM Pretzel at top, but he's flashed, so he can't see it. And that means that Pretzel managed to grab the last kill of this game, and a defuse.
All right, that game was interesting. At the very beginning, there was actually some anti-synergy on GM's team. They launched both the not the Task Eye, my bad. The Fade Eye, as well as the Omen Smoke, they actually countered each other. But thankfully, it still went in GM's direction. And I really want to point out, that was an excellent retake. The combination between Omen's Blind and Breach's, I don't even know what the thing is called, the little wall damage thingy. It silenced her, so she did not know what was happening. Got a good free kill, good damage, and also, you know, kudos to Nimbus's Astra for doing that stun. Got her 2 kills. Didn't get her the victory, but got her 2 kills.
And that brings GM to 3-0 and into the next round here. Nimbus on kind of their back foot here with a econ buy. A little bit of Sheriffs, a little bit of Stingers. They're going for a B-side push. They get hit with a flash. Breach already behind him. Ludort trying to catch up. GM's got retaken the site, and they've got bomb control. However, Caffeine fucking tapping heads with that Sheriff. That leaves Undercover again all by himself, and he gets picked off by Ludort's Phantom. Nice, crisp, clean headshot, giving GM 4-0.
You're going to scatter from my stuff.
I'd be lying if I didn't
Super
start
easy to
suspecting
pick
what
off.
behavior was cheating. Those are some good blinds. They always come in at the best time to cause complete chaos for Team Nimbus. Although, like you did point out, Caffey did a really good job with that revolver. It was a, they were on econ, they got 2 kills on the enemy team.
Here.
I think what you coined it economical damage. That was some good economical damage on their part.
And here we go on to the next game here. We got Ludort kind of swinging out over on A side, and that's where everybody is.
Buddy out.
What the bomb buddy does, he see it. Talu kind of checking to see if anybody walks up through mid. Nothing thus far. However, XKZ gets seen by the the boom bot. Ludort just drops a quick little ping to say, hey, maybe something's over here. Nimbus kind of falls back into more of a default stance with C side getting a little heavier. XKZ and Caffeine kind of pushing up. They hear the boom bot. They think somebody's close, but they are in fact not even close. Ludort hiding up on top of box, waiting for somebody to go short. However, pretty much everybody's going long. The only exception here is Dragoon, who's probably going to get seen up on top.
Grenade.
The smoke dissipated over on the A long. However, Pretzel's here. They got the concuss down, and that managed to grab all of GM here. Or not GM, sorry. Nimbus picks off from Pretzel, grabbing Caffeine, XKZ.
30 seconds
Caffeine
left.
man grabbed Ludor before the end of that. Worst behavior man grabbing cover.
Find you.
At the last second, Dwello throwing a post-game dart.
Teeth will
Gotta get them
chuck
stats
your
up.
Correct me if I'm wrong here, Q. Has Nimbus tried any incredibly aggressive play? I feel like
That
they
was-
keep doing a little bit too slowly.
That was probably their closest one that they got. But unfortunately, that did not quite work out for them. There's a timeout active over on the Nimbus side. That means we're gonna run a quick little ad break and come back for a quick little deal. I guess if you're premium, you're not gonna get the ad. So we get to hang out here, get to chat. Nimbus is they play really passive for at least like the kind of the first third of the game, or the first third of the round, and then kind of go around. But they're not really being aggressive, so to speak. They're not just saying round start, let's send it down, A long, and like try to get those first picks, because GM is peaking, but they're not seeing anybody because nobody's there, and
I'd
so they
agree,
just
and
kind
I'd
of
also
fall back.
When I feel like that slow playstyle, I feel like it gives GM even more opportunities to capitalize on their utility, because they have time to think about how to use it. If Nimbus played a little bit more aggressive, they wouldn't have time for that kind of stuff.
And kind of the aggressive side doesn't really work well with Astra's playstyle either, because you end up with kind of the inverse of what you want. Astra needs time, and if they're taking time on attack, I mean, yes, you can technically get more Astra stars down and plan it out a little earlier, but you're not going to be able to get on the site as quickly as needed. Nimbus throwing some shots down into the garage, and unfortunately they're not actually landing anything because nobody's there. Ludor kind of fills in over in window, make sure nobody can get in here. They're looking for a little seaside push. Worst behavior sees one, throws a few shots down range. Compton peeks in the side a little bit, sees both Twalu and Ludor. Man, I keep saying the country, not the name. Actually, as he managed to push up a little bit, check the corner, but unfortunately, worst behavior is hanging around the side, and instead not where they were expecting. Boomer peeking down, hopefully to find worst behavior. Worst behavior is like, maybe if I don't peek. Dragon pushing up over on A side, or onto B side here, hopefully to see somebody. Lou's gonna be their closest counter here. Not hearing much though. The bomb is heading down A main. Dragoon staying quiet. Compton
30 seconds left.
maybe has a lineup. There's 30 seconds left on the clock, and that means that Nimbus has to do something.
There.
Joey takes a little bit of damage over there. Dragoon falls back, and he's got one person behind him.
Fire in the hole.
Boomer and Co get on site. The plant
10
starts,
seconds left.
but is knocked off it because oh no, this is not gonna end up well. They don't have time to start the plant here, and Compton's gonna take a little bit of damage down to 13 health. Caffeine managed to get worse behavior, but unfortunately they can't get the plant down, so GM actually gets the round even with the person disadvantage.
No, I'd be willing to believe Pretzel's a breach main, because that guy knows exactly where to put his stuff to buy time, to maximize his utility. It's amazing. I also want to point out that the way this GM seems to play is they tend to hold on to the positions very well. So that would make me inclined that Nimbus should do quick rotates, because GM is just staying back, making sure nobody, you know, attacks what they're currently attacking. So I feel like rotations are the play, but I don't know what's going on inside of Nimbus's mind.
Right there.
And Nimbus is at a stark disadvantage here. It's 6-0 for GM right now. Fade Dog going down into garage. Slow push here. They need to do some kind of play. Some shots go down and there's no armor left. They're going to get hit with a stun by Breach. Pretzel making their points known. Well, peeking a little bit, it does get picked off by XKZ. 5-4. Nimbus has the advantage here. Worst behavior, however, picks off Compton as he tries to swing out and grab a few. Pretzel holding him back off of Long here. However, the ult comes through. Pretzel's put in a bad point, and the aftershock is preventing them coming in from garage. The flash goes out. Pretzel swings, grabs Undercover Boomer and Dragoon.
Spike down, C.
They see Caffeine in the back, and XKZ is picked off by J-Boy. Excellent, excellent retake, especially as soon as they got on site. Pretzel with that flash.
That was a good hustle on Nimbus's part, but I feel like where they failed there was at the very beginning when they got that kill off of GM Talu. I feel like they should have capitalized on that. They got the kill and then they backed off because they've been flashed, and then they just stayed there for like a few seconds, giving GM enough time to rotate over to C and make that comeback a lot easier because they were already there waiting for the comeback. I feel like they really need to capitalize on whatever opportunities they get.
Apparently IBM does in fact have offices all around the state and Toronto. So shots going down. Undercover Boomer managed to grab worse behavior. However, Lou Dort counters, grabs Caffeine. Nimbus again at a gun disadvantage here. They got on the site, however, Talu managed to grab 2 picks from garage. They've reasserted C site control, and that leaves the last 2 over on B. J-Boy's ready for as soon as they swing. Pretzel and Lou are in garage. Maybe if they see somebody come over here. Boomer on a swinging. They're lined up though. Lou grabs one. Does get flashed. Hides behind the box. Ferrari peeks, swings back. XKZ manages to grab J-Boy, pushing out from mid grass. But through the wall, Pretzel, the better breach in this case. 8-0 for GM.
In that instance, I see that Z3 chose not to save with this team. It seems like it's gonna hurt them in the long run. Hopefully they can come back. He's forced to buy light shields with the Phantom. Hopefully that's good enough. But you know, they were at a gun disadvantage. That is how it goes. Q, in your opinion, what do you think they can do to come back at this point? I feel like they gotta change their strategy. It's not been working for them.
Yeah, they're getting kind of outplayed by guns, it seems, with a lot of just going through walls, getting headshots, like a lot of clean kills. Lee Dort, speaking of which, does this kind of huge peek over on A main, push him off. There is a nade, and that does a little bit of damage over onto Nimbus. And here we see the Nimbus kind of playing a little more aggressive, trying to get in. Flash over in that corner. Don't know if I would have used util there, but that's what it is. Lou Dort kind of pushing up. Boombot immediately destroyed. They know at least one person's over in short here. Killjoy all drops down and hopefully clears off the rest of the site. Lou's sticking to it though. In that smoke, they blast back out, get out of there. That gives a good solid chance. However, Jamboy managed to pick off Boomer. Caffeine, however, counters and grabs J-Boy. They have sight. Worst behavior managed to grab Compton over on the flank though. Sprays in that corner. Dragoon not in the greatest side here. Worst really thinks that there's somebody out there. They flash off on to grab short. Oh, Lou jumps down. Manages to grab Caffeine. Dragoon grabs GM as he walks around the corner. XKZ grabs Lou. Nimbus grabs around. It's 8-1.
They did it. Honestly, I feel like
playing.
that was kind of GM's Pretzel's fault there. I think, you know, he's top ranking. He got overconfident. He's like, I'm gonna go kill him at sewers. He got gunned down. He just got gunned down, making it a quick 4v5. And the killjoy really did help them get off the side. You know, but sadly they don't have one of those every round. So let's see how they play without it. I feel like as long as GM doesn't make such an aggressive push again, they should be set to win the next round.
Pretzel out here with a 3-0 KD right now. Followed shortly behind with Worst at about 2.5-ish. Lou managing the swing grab orb. There is no challenge from Nimbus. Nimbus playing back again, trying to find somebody. The GM is holding their corners and not really like going out for wide swings. Lou being the exception here. Nimbus kind of does a little bit of a concuss around that corner. They keep checking it and then nobody's ever been there. Except for second round. Or third round. Caffeine managed to grab 2 out, who's peeking through window. Smoke goes down. That gives him a little bit more of advantage to get over onto C site. However, 2 people there. Fade Dog goes in. Doesn't see anybody. Pretzel doesn't get seen by the dart. Dragoon sees a little bit at Compton. Getting a little shots down. J-Boy's right behind Pretzel though. They team together and managed to grab 2 of them. Everybody else is over on C, and that chamber ult, or that cypher ult, managed to pick off exactly where they're at. Lou's boombot gets shot down by XKZ. And GM is ready to push in and take that as soon as they hear anything. They're pushed off of garage for just a hair. That nade goes down. XKZ takes quite a chunk of damage. Lou's on site and tried to pull out his ult, but unfortunately gets picked. Pretzel managed to get picked off by Caffeine's. J-Boy managed to grab Boomer and he cleans up the rest of the team, and that gives the defuse. GM picks up another one. They're 9-1 now. Unless they drop.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of look like a sweep. Hopefully, you know, maybe it's just like an attacker thing. Maybe they're better on the defense. But that being said, I feel like Pretzel did a lot better holding back there. He was actually able to get 2 kills. I think Pretzel's sniper is very reserved, and I think he gets a shot. So as long as he doesn't play aggressive, he should be fine. In regards to the retake, it does seem like Nimbus is having a really hard time holding on to these sites. I don't know if they're not playing together, if they're getting on each other's toes, but I feel like there could be a little more calculations on regards to the utility to make up for the deficit of the fact that, you know, James is currently winning the end game.
An end game is where they keep falling over. J-Boy prepped and ready to grab anybody. There's that first peek. They know at least somebody's coming down here. They see 3. He's backing off. He's going to wait for somebody else to get join him on site, and Pretzel comes to the rescue. J-Boy and Pretzel here on site. Lou is coming in short behind. There are plenty. Manages to dodge that flash. Compton is shot by Pretzel. J-Boy grabs Boomer. XKZ grabs Pretzel and J-Boy. Lou Dort managed to grab 3 of them. Picks off the Dragoon there. Nimbus tried. They got seen immediately. Everybody else showed up.
But unfortunately, that was a gun difference. You know, maybe if they try it now, maybe it'll go better. But given the track record, I do not expect it. GM did a really good job holding them down there. Q, how do you think they're gonna do on the defense? Any idea?
Defense is kind of where both of these teams are going to be stronger. They've only really got one duelist who can be self-sufficient and kind of flanking and doing their thing. However, I don't know. Lou Dort here being aggressive, just like a duelist should. Managed to grab 1. Tries to grab his boombot and managed to get down. Caffeine grabs Lou. Next KZ swings out and grabs Tyloo. J-Boy right here trying to push in. Gets stunned and flashed. J-Boy, however, picking up there, gets picked off by XKZ. Pretzel joins in, grabs Caffeine, grabs Boomer. He's got site control back again. And Spike is on site. That means Nimbus has to push into Pretzel. That smoke goes down, and that kind of keeps SKZ off the site, unfortunately. They can kind of get a little bit of a corner flash, but there's the flash. Pretzel gets flashed, gets shot. They've got sight now. That leaves our good friend. Worst behavior. With the yacht, picks off Dragoon. Flash goes down. He's got a sheriff. He's running around to get long. XKZ checking to see where people are. Can't find behavior.
30 seconds left.
He's running it. Worst behavior has no idea. He still thinks he's on C. The rest of the team is pinging him like, hey, they went A. Worst behavior grabs a Vandal though, and he's making his way over there. XKZ starts the plant down off in the corner. Definitely a weird plant site. Not where I would have put it. XKZ hiding in hell along the wall. Behavior slowly creeping up like an omen. A good omen, a bad omen. Worst behavior here at 100 health plus 50 in shields. Unfortunately, like XKZ is at 19. One bullet and he's dead. Worst behavior grabs the last one. That gives 11-1 for GM.
Ooh, it's gonna be a hard defensive round for them. They got no room for slack.
That was fun.
I do appreciate Omen clearing all his corners. I'm not gonna lie, I forget to do that, so it's nice to see, nice to learn.
Switching
People know how to do it.
Explains why you're in gold, huh?
Thanks for that, kid. I love you too.
Let me move us real quick so we don't get interrupted on accident. There we go.
Excellent. Let's see if GM is good at attacking, just like they are defending, and let's see what Nimbus is gonna pull out of their hat, because they need to pull something big out of that hat.
And Nimbus is spread thin here. A little bit on C, a little bit garage. Nobody, well, I guess technically, yeah, I get XKZ. They're set up for short more than anything else, though. 2 on A, though. GM kind of doing a default play. Gonna see where they can get picks. Some pings going down, a little bit on B. You know, who knows what they're saying over in team chat. Dort rushing it down B main. Trying to see if he can find anybody. Checks left. Does get seen by Killjoy's util. XKZ hiding around the corner, doesn't actually end up hitting by it. They think they're on B. A side pulls off, but that helps. That kind of is a detriment a little bit to GM. They're pushed off with the smoke and the util. J-Boy managed to grab Boomer over in garage, as well as Lou Dort and Dragoon. Pretzel gets the plant down. Caffeine. Nimbus is just kind of pushed off site. Great behavior with the frenzy. Managed to grab one. Compton counters with another frenzy on worst behavior. Caffeine grabs Pretzel. Caffeine grabs Talu.
Oh,
and wow, Nimbus gets a defuse.
I'm not gonna lie. First, I appreciated GM's like aggressiveness. They were a lot more aggressive than Nimbus. I'm like, oh, they're doing it right. But I guess
is that the right way to play?
No, with no offense, both of the teams are really bad at holding down the side. As soon as they plant the bomb, gone within seconds. Honestly, it might be better to just do deathmatch.
11-2 out here. Nimbus picking up another round, but it's a GM's lead. GM's kind of figure out what they're gonna do here. A little bit kind of the same comp here. XKZ hiding over on B side. Undercover Boomer over on garage. Compton, you know, hanging out on A side. It's fine. Big B side push here. Worst behavior and co. Getting on site. The breach concuss goes through. And they are on site. However, they're taking a lot of damage in order to keep that. XKZ managed to grab J-Boy with his with his aftershock and sprays grab Talu, Dort, and worst behavior. Nimbus got retake. They're on site. Pretzel's last one alive, hiding it over in garage. However, there's plenty of guns. A little bit of shots down on Caffeine. Compton is just better with that Stinger, though. Or sorry, the Spectre versus the Stinger. Even if it did get nerfed in the latest patch.
It was a gun difference again. But I do see GM's goal was pretty clear to get the spike down. Don't care about our lives. Get the $300 and wait for next round. Because once again, as soon as that spike was planted, it just took about 2 seconds for the entire team to be wiped. But at this point, it's okay. You know, it was a gun difference. You just want the money. That's all you really want.
And here's that gun difference comes into play. Plenty of buys for Phantoms, but there is a Vandal from Caffeine. Who knows? All right, Caffeine spraying around, hanging out with her. Man, names are hard. Hanging out with Compton over on garage here. GM not being as aggressive this time. They're playing. Looks like they're doing a kind of a Nimbus style play, playing back, trying to be able to figure out where people are going. J-Boy swinging around. Don't see anybody in short. Dragoon set up with util over on A, and that looks to be where GM is going to start sending it. XKZ hanging out in B. And the big push from GM here. Talu
Bring them down.
using dog to clear short.
Recover.
Dragoon kind of backing off. Turd gets shot down. That gives J-Boy a chance to get on site. They can't plant though, in the default anyway. Pushed off by Nano Swarm. Dragoon hiding up in China. Lou gets up on top of the box, but unfortunately can't get any kills. Talu grabs Caffeine. XKZ back on site. The bomb is down.
One enemy remaining.
Kind of a fake play is done. Up there's the defuse. Worst tries to swing and get that kill. XKC managed to pick him off though, and Undercover Boomer managed to pick off the last one. That gives,
Push no button.
I mean,
Save the day.
Nimbus. There's the defense plays.
It's true, but honestly, I'm rethinking my strategy. I don't know if it's a defense thing, and it's the inability to hold the side. As soon as GM planted, they got off the side, and then, like, you know, the few stragglers that decided to stay on the side, they were picked off one by one, and by the time the people who were offside, it was pretty much a 4v2. It was unfair at that point. I feel like the entire team should probably stay on side. Maybe one of them watch flanks, but for the most part, they should be staying on that side to hopefully stop the retake.
Plenty of people out in chat here today showing their support for both teams. And GM here sending it down B main. Probably their weakest spot on Nimbus's side, with only one actually being there right now. Lou doesn't plant, but gets off of sight as soon as XKZ drops his ult. They're immediately running at C. Takes a little damage from the turret, but the bomb goes down at default. Dragoon managed to grab worst behavior over in Garage though, as well as one other.
Get rid of the retake.
It's 3v5. Here's the retake. GM forcing him to keep off his sight here. Lou swinging out, runs into the three of them. Boomer picks him off. Pretzel grabs one. Does a little bit of damage. Grabs two. Caffeine grabs Pretzel. J-Boy grabs Compton, but Caffeine comes through and grabs J-Boy with a headshot.
You know, all things considered, that was actually a pretty good round for GM. You know, they still lost it, you know, that sucks. But given the fact that there was a gun difference, they were still able to get the bomb down and kill two people on Nimbus. Good damage to the economics.
Gun diff, bomb down. Like, there are plenty of picks going down on both sides.
Should I play some stars in this reality?
Man, I need more water.
GM likes to pull out a lot of phantoms, I guess. That's actually strange, given they do appear to be the better aimers. I assume them to be using vandals, but maybe they know something. They know something. They know a secret or two.
I mean, you have a, you know, the site is very much kind of like a split map with a lot of close angles. Not too many long ones. You know, you got C long and kind of A long, but you have Lou Dort pushing down here with that spray. Grabs one. Caffeine swings with a vandal and grabs two. They get off the site, scot-free. They get darted. Talu's pushed back by the smoke, unfortunately. And all things calm down again. XKZ making the noise, checking to see if anybody peeks down long. Talu can't hear it. Pushing up just a hair. Rest of Nimbus is hiding around. Caffeine waiting for somebody to walk up that corner. The flash goes down. Caffeine's out of the corner now. A little bit safer spot. Talu can tell that they were in a bad spot. Caffeine's low on health though. There's the Moonbot. There's the flash. Swings around, managed to grab Caffeine, gets stunned and concussed, and flash, but still managed to get the headshot off of XKZ. GM's got a solid chance here. Brunson gets the plant down. Now Nimbus has got to play, got to take site retake. Dragoon pushing up through connector here. Boomer pushing up to play with him. There's the smoke. The smoke is down. Nimbus's own smoke goes out. Talu waiting around the corner. Does get shot. Both of them swing at the same time. Dragoon managed to grab. Wow. Dragoon grabs Talu undercover, grabs Pretzel, but worst behavior swings, grabs two. That brings it to 12-5. They've lost their buffer. Nimbus has got to keep the momentum going that they had.
Oh, hopefully it doesn't affect their psyche too much. Lets them allow to play good games. That being said, I want to point out worst behavior. I can't always condone the behavior, but he did bait his team for those kills, and it paid off. So can we call him the bad guy? Probably not.
If it works, is it wrong?
Words to live by.
Worst behavior and go. Setting up for a C push here, and that leaves over all by himself.
And consume it. Fire in the hole. Face your fear.
There's the ult. Blue managed to grab Boomer, just sending it on the side, even if they could fade it out. Blue and everybody's shooting their shots down Garage. Pretzel has arrived though, and the bot is down. XKZ managed to grab him at the site. He's flashed, managed to pick off one anyway. There's one right next to him. Walks right in front of him.
One enemy remaining.
Man, Nimbus. XKZ is carrying your boy here. J-Boy's got to push. Oh, and the better gun. GM picks up the last round that they need. 13-5. That's the first round going to GM.
You know what? Maybe they need a different map. Wait, didn't Nimbus choose this map?
Nimbus, yes, they did choose this map. And that brings us here today. We're going to take a quick break and
what do I think needs to happen? I feel like they need to change up their game style. Surprisingly, during that last game, there was actually no lurkers whatsoever. Like, what the heck? Is lurkers not like a high level play? Once you hit a certain elo, is that just not a thing anymore?
To be fair, Talu did in the second round lurk a little bit.
Wow,
But I think because of the kind of just quiet play together, like the lurkers never really had a chance to like do that quiet swing as you would with a faster play. Or I guess unnoticed swing, so to speak. That and there was plenty of counter flank on both teams. Cypher especially keeps people at bay.
Thankfully, since they're playing what's it called, they're playing Icebox next, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully with that map is definitely different from Haven. It does not have the quick rotations that Haven does. So hopefully that, you know, aligns more with Nimbus's playstyle, although it was chosen by General Motors or Generous Motors.
True enough, and I just realized that we started playing songs that weren't covered on my list of things because thanks YouTube. Don't do that, please. Let me play Ignition. There we go. All right, and we are jumping into our next game here, which will be Icebox, like Swingley noted. Man, Nimbus GM already had their kits pretty much set out for them. XKZ doing KO, Boomer over on Viper, Dragoon back on Killjoy, and Compton's on Sova this time. Worst behavior swapped from Omen over to Sage. Talu is now on Sova. J-Boy over on Cypher again. Ludort back on Raze, and Pretzel not on Breach, but on Viper. Viper is definitely in the meta right now, especially for a map like this.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Nimbus not going with any duelist. Didn't work out last time. They're going to try something different this time.
They're playing the hard side defense on this, and that may end up their attacking kind of suffered. They do have two initiators. They got XKZ and Compton both. XKZ's got some flashes. Compton's got some information gathering, but is that going to be enough for their attacking side, especially as they've got like Lou, who will, well, likes to send it down.
For the lack of a better word.
All right, the game has started, and you know, I'm excited. I am excited. I want to see. Maybe this is me just being like, Nimbus suffered last round. Here's the hope that they can actually do something this round.
You know, it's like we're rooting for Nimbus without saying we're rooting for Nimbus. You know, as much as we
yeah. Why would we can't root for Nimbus directly, but Pretzel already with the lineups.
We're nonpartisan, all right.
All right. GM already got their lineups, already got their setups. I mean, Undercover also already has their lineups as well. I can't play Viper, man. It's too much big brain power.
Really? I feel like that about Astra.
All right. Compton throws their dart down onto B side. Does actually manage to get picked. It was actually Talu's dart that got shot down towards B. So they saw two people there. A little bit of gunshots happening over on A side as well. They saw a ping. They saw some heads. Worst behavior hiding over on the on screens here. Step from Lou over on. All right. Wall goes up. B side is kind of getting pushed here. The bomb's not on its way. They're already falling back though. Nice going down. Compton is inside the smoke. Grabs J-Boy. Undercover and Compton playing together, getting that down. I've got a graphical glitch for Compton stuff. Compton manages to avoid getting flashed by the KO flash. Nimbus having a stronger start here than they did last time. GM managed to swing over, managed to see Talu. Pretzel, is there like a smoke or something there that I can't see? Caffeine managed to push up. That wall goes down. The defense started. GM gets off of it and manages to kill Caffeine. Talu kills Boomer. Dragon grabs Talu and Burst Behavior. Lose the last one kind of on site here. They push together. The defuse gets started and the defuse gets done, and GM grabs their first round for the game.
Impressive. Honestly, I thought Nimbus was gonna win that. I really like the split push they were doing. It caused GM to have to like split the resource between A and B, even though it was definitely a B push. They had to hold off the Killjoy back at A. But surprisingly, they were able to do the retake. I'm not exactly sure why. I think they just played together. That Viper smoke really did help GM though. Helped them get the half defuse, and they could only do so much to contest it.
And the reevaluation from Nimbus continues and trying to figure out if they're going to go A or mid here. J-Boy setting up his cameras and traps. Unfortunately, not going to be super useful in this case. Compton swinging out. Managed to get seen by Twalu a little bit, or Tulu. Talu. Man, country names. Better with them, apparently. XKZ pushing up on A. Looks like, for the most part. Oh, Caffeine was not looking in worse behavior. Managed to pick it off, and there's our Sage diff for the game. XKZ pushing up. Gets hit by the dart and the boom bot. Nimbus manages to recover dart here, though. Shock dart kind of goes down, does a little bit of damage over to horse behavior. Compton can't really convert anything, though. Dart goes up. Not quite going to see. Oh, it does actually manage to see worse behavior here. Swings out, sees Lou a little bit. Unfortunately, the ghost is just a little bit more powerful, and a shot goes down from the flank from Dragoon in mid. Picked off by Talu.
Well, what can we say? It is the second round. It is the gun difference. I do appreciate that GM is not doing anything crazy. I'm not gonna lie. When I get the gun difference, I tend to just run at the enemy. But that's why I'm stuck in gold, like you say. They're doing a better job here than that.
Just get good, man. I'm just like,
you know, why didn't I ever consider that?
God. See, this is why you're in gold. You got to consider those things. All right, getting set up here. And of course, my caffeine does not want to show up. There it is. Trying to make sure I can actually see chat and comment and, you know, at least have some kind of interaction with you guys over down there.
Isn't the stream on a delay?
It is, but I can still see chat.
Oh, they just can't react to what's going on.
Correct. Lots of support out here for Nimbus, and GM is setting up with a kind of a default play here. Nimbus setting up with a kind of a B-side push. XKZ hoping to maybe flank him out here. We'll see where that dart starts off and goes.
Did they pause the game? What the?
Yeah, is the game paused? Oh, yeah, undercover disconnected. Yeah. That's why the game's off. I'm like, man, this is a really long time for 7 seconds.
I was about to say.
Boomer is disconnected. That means it's attack pause, and thankfully it's not in the middle of a round, so that gives everybody a chance to like get him back online. If it's more than a few minutes, they're gonna have to continue to play. Can't hold it up too much.
Ooh, that's scary. You know what? During this part, I'm gonna take the time to explore Yoru's ancestorship over here.
Yoru's ancestorship?
Yeah, there's the ship. This is Yoru's ancestorship, isn't it?
Oh, maybe.
What do you mean? All right.
I don't know. I don't know the lore on Icebox. I'm gonna be honest.
You don't read up on that shit.
Here, let me see what you're looking at. Oh, this one. Yeah, no, I think that was just like an artifact of like the Calamity or something.
Nah, that is your ancestorship. That is big. Artifact of Calamity. Who kind of this kind of boat?
I don't know. Somebody. People. I don't.
That's your ancestorship.
All right.
This is a modern ship. Undercover Boomer's not back.
Look at him with that lineup. There he is, and he's back. Undercover Boomer. Running around now. He's back and ready to go. All right. And the game continues.
Longest 7 seconds of my life.
Little do we know it's the play in order so they can review the stream for 3 minutes. Caffeine and Co. Pushing up over on the B side. Lou is ready and up on top of a box for somebody to peek underneath that. XKZ and Co. pushing up nice and close. The bomb goes down and they get seen. Lou is running. He's shot in the back. That leaves J-Boy picking off one. Pick it off 2. Unfortunately, Caffeine is just better. And picks off 1, bringing it down to 3v3 already. Dragoon sneaking up through mid, managed to get pick off Talu, but Pretzel grabs Dragoon. Now it's 2v2. Little bit of damage down. Worst behavior trying to see if there's a flank. Unfortunately, no, they're both on site. There's the dart. Compton with gun diff managed to pick off behavior. And Pretzel. Let's see if he can do some pro gamer moves. Picks off Compton with a clean shot to the head. There's one left. Caffeine. Caffeine manages to see him just at the right second and grabs Pretzel. That gives Nimbus a round.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm confused as to what exactly that stage wall was meant to accomplish. It looks like they just made her trip longer. Maybe prevents like getting shot from the flank, but I don't think they were expecting any flankers, especially how they've been playing. But it worked out in the end. Oh, another timeout. Lord Christ. You know what? I'm convinced this is part of the strategy. Nimbus is doing this on purpose.
A little bit of feedback coming in, and a timeout comes out from Nimbus. I'm ready to turn Swingley up for much to my chagrin. He's right in my ears now.
Wait, what?
Somebody in chat was like, the second caster is very low audio settings. Can't hear him most of the time.
That's wild.
I turned you up. You're at 92 now.
I can change my gain.
Nah, you're good. You're good. Please don't blow out my ears.
No worries.
We'll get some feedback. We'll make sure that this sounds good for everybody else.
But like I was saying, though, dude, I feel like Nimbus is doing this on purpose. I'm not saying it's cheating, you know. This is all technically within the rule book. But they were throwing off GM by taking these pauses.
And the pauses are timing out here. GM actually really didn't take any last game, did they? So they still got plenty.
That's true.
All right, timeout returns, and that means Nimbus has got to figure out what to do next. They're on attack. They're the red side here, and they're going to be pushing up into A. A little bit A side. A little bit of default. Kind of whoever can get default picks. Lou being aggressive, pushing up close. The dart or the knife does get shot, so he doesn't get impacted. Worst behavior swinging out. Lou managed to grab Dragoon, though. Wall goes up. They can't come through mid. Lou, maybe a little bit mad about that. But there's now a hole in the wall. Oh, Caffeine grabs worst behavior, and there's your swap of which stage is best. Compton grabs Talu. Nimbus manages to grab A site. Pretzel does swing a little bit, does get seen. Lou swings over, manages to grab. Oh man, XKC grabs J-Boy. Lou grabs Caffeine. Undercover is all by himself, and he's dangerously low. But Lou, what is the play? Grabs XKC. Little bit of spray. Any kind of damage goes out. Fry peak. Does get seen. That goes out. Compton managed to get the spray. But unfortunately, that nade doesn't do enough damage to kill either of them. Both really low, but both won the round. Nimbus gets 2. It's now 2-2, even between GM and Nimbus.
Crazy how Nimbus started winning after the pause. How many more pauses does Nimbus got?
They don't. I don't think I have any. I think they only get 1.
Oh, and if they had more. Nimbus did a really good job using the utility there. Although I do want to point out, GM Lou Dortz, that little bot he threw out, that was a really good bot. It cleared out the entire site. Unfortunately, it was a 2v1, and you can only get so much done with that.
They were successful now, or then, and hopefully they're going to be successful now. Nimbus pushing over on A site, does see a little bit of worse behavior. Little fire shots back, and GM already falling off of site. Worst behavior still on site with a little bit of a gun diff here. Dragoon does get seen, as does the rest of the team. Pretzel is already here. They're going to have a tough time getting on site, but there's a bomb, and Pretzel's caught with the nano swarm. Dragoon picks off Pretzel with that. And Nimbus falls back. GM already here in the play, already trying to get over onto B site. Lou leading the charge. Nimbus, take a second to pause, regather everybody here, but Lou's already on site. ready for it. GM doing the rest of their swing. Lou backing off. That wall goes up again. So they can the edge of that plant. Plant's down. Lou's got a little bit of cover here with that wall. Swings. XKZ. Caffeine. Caffeine does get shot with that Ferrari peak, though. The burst, the ult, the shot, the kill. Boomer grabs Lou, Talon grabs Boomer, Dragoon grabs Talu, and J-Boy at the last end of that, giving Nimbus a third round this time.
You can really see the different playstyles coming out on this map. During that initial push, the entirety of GM's team rotated over to A, which technically wasn't a bad play, but Nimbus capitalized on that by rotating back to B, gathering their thoughts, and just pushing on to be strong, making Team GM have to do a hard take back that they couldn't win. Also, yeah, heads up to that Killjoy grenade. That was immaculate. Killing Pretzel. Good 4v5.
All right, and the games continue. Nimbus, again, starting over on A, trying to get a little shots. They do get kind of seen by that dart. Shots go down over on in the congestion point here. Nimbus gets to push up, and worst behavior and Lou get to get pulled back. XKZ pushing up, and Compton managed to grab worst behavior kind of at that last second there. That's 2 down. Nimbus has got man advantage, and the bomb's down. Maybe Icebox is Nimbus's map. Who knows?
Maybe Haven just sucks.
Lou gets spotted. Lou's on site. Pretzel starts kind of a fake defuse there. Manages to see... Wow. J-Boy managed to grab XKZ, managed to grab Dragoon, and Lou grabs Caffeine, who was up on that wire.
Ooh, damn,
Pretzel gets the defuse. It's 3-3. It's close game.
As soon as you said maybe this is Nimbus's map, they were like, nah, we heard that shit, Q.
Jim's like, we'll show them how an A site's done later. We'll just take it back for right now.
Yeah. Also, that Viper wall was really good. During that confusion, it caused Nimbus to do some risky things because they didn't know whether they were disarming or not. So Sage just started running in there with no care in the world and got gunned down. A great retake wall. Although, I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit risky since you have to set it up, predict it, and all that. But it worked out.
Nimbus figuring out what they want to do, and GM kind of sticking to their guns on a very dispersed team. A little bit mid-side push, but a B-side over here from Nimbus. Knife goes down, nobody up close. Little bit of a default, but a little bit of a B-side hold here. J-Boy patiently waiting, can hear that the orb gets picked up. Lou running around back to go join the rest of them. They don't see anybody. They see one. J-Boy manages to see it. The camera's destroyed. The wall goes up. J-Boy gets shot over from behind yellow. Boomer gets the plant down. Lou's trying to get on site here. Spray almost gets Boomer's head. Boomer hiding in the back. A little bit of a heal. Worst behavior and GM and Co. on site. Pretzel, here's your flank swing.
Oh, finally, it's happening. It's happening. Everybody calm down.
Plenty of shots going down on site. No deaths going down. Pretzel's behind. Gets 1, gets 2, gets shot from the back. Boomer manages to kill 2 with their lineups. Lou, Pretzel, and J-Boy. They're holding the defuse. And a sheriff to the face. That was a close game between both of them.
That was a close game. I'm not gonna lie, there she should have halved it. She could have killed the Sage. Sage was incredibly low health. If she had halved it, she could have killed it and then get back on the bomb. I think she had enough time to do that. That being said, also, I don't know why, but the defending Sage pretty much refortified the attacking Sage's wall. There were 2 Sage walls guarding that bomb.
It's fine. Maybe there was somebody flanking through mid. Who knows?
You mean the defender?
Shh. Don't worry about it. Nimbus out here pushing over on the A side. Plenty of people to line up, but nobody's on site. Kind of a default play. The bomb was left over in spawn, so they couldn't actually push up that quickly. Skin trade going out. Lou. Hopefully going to see some people. There's a huge push from J-Boy and Pretzel over here. They can hear the turret though, and they don't want to give it any hints. GM playing a little bit kind of a retake over here. Nade goes out. Nade gets dropped. Keeps Nimbus off the site for a little bit. They go clear out sight. Lou just runs, but gets shot. Dragoon grabs worst behavior in mid. Caffeine grabs Lou, and Dragoon grabs Talu. The last two are the flankers. Managed to get around without anybody noticing. No, noticing yet. Compton manages to see him, but Pretzel's better with a sheriff. Picks up both him and Undercover. The flash is out. XKC with the Phantom manages to get a few more shots in. That leaves GM. J-Boy all by himself. Flash. XKZ throws his knife. Throws his cage. He manages to drop. Pushes out. Gets a headshot. Man, these guys are demons with their sheriffs, but Caffeine manages to clean it up with a head tap with a vandal.
Damn. I appreciate the lurker plays. I'm always, a fan of the lurker myself, but I'm not gonna lie, when your team starts going down that quickly, you have to speed that lurk up. Because at the end of the day, a 2v5 is a 2v5. You can't expect to win that slowly, especially with Deagles. They did really good with those Deagles, don't get me wrong. Way better than I ever could, but at the end of the day, 2v5 with Deagles is kind of hard. It's best to die with the team than die by yourself.
The alternative you end up is kind of with, they could have pushed up a little faster and tripped that Killjoy turret and hopefully maybe caused a little bit of a cause for concern.
Agreed.
Nimbus kind of doing a default play here. Bombs came out and spawn. Lou being cheeky. Does get seen by the Sova drone though. What the heck? Oh! Lou manages to drop. That ruins his aim, but Compton gets a head pick as the drop. Nimbus has a slight advantage. There's an op though from worst behavior and picks up Compton, ruining that advantage and cleaning things back up. Nimbus playing slow. J-Boy was ready for it. Now they've got the arrow. They know where at least one is. Caffeine better. Sees the ping. Throws a shoot shots down. But unfortunately, J-Boy is not fast enough with that Phantom. Caffeine gets a head tapping and a kill. A res from Caffeine brings SKZ back online, and that's the first stage res of the game. Is it first? Second stage res. GM Talu trying to see if he can find anybody in the main area. Unfortunately not. There's the app gun though. Being just menacing. Hey, you want to know that wall? That's for a flanker. Dragoon playing black on flank. Talu gets a defuse off. Unfortunately gets shot by XKZ. Gun switch. Hide behind that wall. He can hear steps. He's going to try to stick it. There's the flash. The wall is down. He gets shot. He's behind the box. And unfortunately, Dragoon is just waiting for him out there. And manages to pick off behavior.
Oh, darn. I'm not going to lie. Worst behavior living up to his name, pulling out an op. That's bad etiquette. It's my opinion. Well, that being said, I feel like Nimbus is really doing good on this map. It's crazy how both teams have been doing better on the enemy's map choice.
Caffeine apparently is a Chick-fil-A demon, according to chat. Whatever that means. XKZ and Caffeine pushing up down, managed to get shot with a headshot from a Marshall by worst behavior. Hey, cheap 900 creds gets a good, nice set of headshots. Jump peeks from Dragoon trying to see what's going on. J-Boy also doing the same thing. Nimbus kind of going with default plays. Compton slowly pushing up on A. The rest of the team on GM side is definitely favoring A. And Compton can hear that. J-Boy can hear the orb pickup. And the Sage push from Caffeine. Gun advantage over here on Nimbus' side. J-Boy just wiggling. still 3 on A. Undercover manages to peek up. It's just waiting for somebody to walk through, but he's pulled back by J-Boy's trap. If J-Boy gets killed, that means Boomer can push up. There it is. He's destroyed. Caffeine runs around, swinging his gun around, grabs J-Boy. Boomer grabs worst behavior over in kitchen. Pretzel with his sheriff trying to figure out what's going on. Viper Dart about to fall here. Boomer's waiting. Fortunately gets a little bit of spray, but grabs off Pretzel. Not ready for that. Here's the gun diff. It shows. Talu gets double tapped by both. Compton managed to grab him though. Lou gets a gun upgrade. Big start for him. You can see at least one of them on top. Manages to see Caffeine gets picked, grabs Compton. Luke picks it up, and he's got just enough time to get that bomb defused with less than a second remaining on the clock.
That was amazing aggressive. That was an amazing aggressive play, but what's his name? What the heck? Ludort. That was a great play. I do want to point out, even though they did lose, I do appreciate Boomer's rat gameplay. I feel like it does a lot to affect the enemy team's psyche, because now they got to worry about whether there's rats in the game or not.
Is there a flanker?
It's not just about flanking. It's about being ratty, like walking up kitchen when nobody's asking you to.
Hey, if it works, it's not broken. All right, Nimbus setting up here for something similar on an A site and kind of a B site swing. Trying to push them off, trying to create a little noise. Trying to make sure GM doesn't know where they're going to end up actually playing. That gives them a chance to push up. And there's the Killjoy ult, kind of forcing people off site, giving them an opportunity to get up. Warriors was like, you know, what if I stand in this with an op? That sounds like a great idea. No players detained by that Killjoy, but it gives Nimbus a chance to get on site here. The nade goes down, and somebody's going to take a chunk of damage out of that. Plenty of sprays. GM now has to play retake through the Viper ult again. Man. There's the dart. There's the spray. Oh man, that just happened. Caffeine managed to grab Pretzel and Talu. Undercover managed to grab worst behavior. J-Boy grabs too many people. I think it was Boomer. XKC drops on top of XKC's head. J-Boy on site tries to get a sneaky defuse, but Caffeine's just waiting there for him. And that bomb's going to go off and probably grab Caffeine right at the edge.
Oh, pobrecito. They did a really good job of utilizing their ults there. They got the Killjoy ult to get onto site, and then the combination of Viper and KO's ult made sure that nobody did anything beyond that. It was kind of hard for GM to work with that, but they still did pretty good. You know, ended up killing 4 of them, you know, with the help of the bomb. But that being said, I feel like that's a better turnout. Hopefully this next round, now that GM has ults, they're going to use those ults because it is the last round.
Kill in chat is asking what map 3 is. Map 3 is Pearl if we get to it. We still have to deal with GM's offense, which is where they were the strongest. Last map. Compton managed to grab Talu. Lou managed to grab Compton. Worst managed to grab Caffeine. Lots of trades and plays out here. GM gets his camera seen and immediately shot, so he knows at least Dragoon's nearby. Caffeine managed to grab Lou. And a res. Compton's back. J-Boy on the flank, throwing a little bit of shade. Tries to grab Dragoon, but Dragoon's better. Pretzel man grabs Compton and XKZ, but Undercover Boomer. Undercover Boomer managed to grab XKZ. A little bit of a Freudian slip there. Too much talking. Let's just like not talk about that. It's fine. We'll just cover it. We'll go back to watching gameplay. It's 4-8. Nimbus leading though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they did not use their ults. Like 2 of them died before they had a chance, and the last 2 that were left, they were more defensive ults. They can't really use it as aggressively as the ones who died. So I think that's the lesson to be learned. If you have utility, use it, because you know you can't use it when you're dead.
Utility when you're dead.
Yeah.
True.
It's like hoarding cash.
A lot happened that round, so I just gotta recover my breath here with him. And Nimbus Their first round of defense. GM's first round on attack for this map. There's the dart. There's the play. Dart goes down. Doesn't see anybody. That gives GM a clear to kind of push up and get on the B site. There's an aggressive push from Nimbus, though, to kind of find one. J-Boy hears them all, though. He's waiting until they leave. He's going to swing. It hits Caffeine just a little bit. Caffeine's low on health. Compton's low on health. Pretzel managed to get snapped by Compton on that flank.
Spike down B.
Nimbus here, ready for defense. Making use of those guns to the best. And Caffeine managed to grab J-Boy, who was on that flank.
I appreciate that Nimbus play. I'm not gonna lie, I loved it. But honestly, it shouldn't have worked out for them. That was more because GM failed to kill. It was a gun game difference. That should not have worked for Nimbus, but I do appreciate that it happened. You can see the confidence they're exuding, and sadly, this is gonna go into a game 3.
J-Boy, hopefully with a ghost next time with that kind of play, gives him an opportunity in order to get some shots. But unfortunately, Nimbus will be checking their corners for a play like that in the future. Heavy A side load here. But unfortunately, GM is pushing up on B again. There's the dart. There's the scan. Doesn't find anybody on site. Nimbus very quickly pulling off of A side here. And gonna be making their way over to B. GM's already on site. Kills both the alarm bot and the nanoswarm. That gives them an opportunity to get the bomb down. All right. Now it's Nimbus's turn for retake. 4-9 for Nimbus here. That wall is just getting shot. Nimbus does have gun advantage. That gives him an opportunity to actually get on site here. Lou hiding behind the box, waiting to just play it slow. Flash goes out. XKZ's in. Dragon sees one. XKZ grabs with the fragment. Worst behavior grabs XKZ. Undercover Boomer grabs Talu.
One enemy remaining.
The fuse starts from Boomer, gets right clicked by worst behavior, and there's almost not enough time to start. The bomb can't be defused. They need to run in order to keep their guns, but unfortunately they can't get far enough away, and both of them die. GM grabs a round. It's 5-9 for GM.
Ah, damn. That was a good play on GM. They played to their advantages. They were actually super fast that round, which I appreciate. I want to point out that, who was it? Let's see. What's his name? The Cypher player. J-Boy. J-Boy was trying to be a sneaky rat, but Compton just shut that right down. But I'm not going to lie. I think it did accomplish the fact that it kept Compton on the other side of the map, not giving that Soviet utility, which is so useful to finding people.
All right.
Standing ahead.
Nimbus starting it early, trying to see if anybody pushes up over on A with both him and Worst. Or him and, man, I'm terrible with call outs right now. Him and Caffeine kind of pushing up. GM playing it a lot safer this round. Managed to pick up Dragoon. Managed to pick up XKZ. Talu using his drone to get up and onto site, see where everybody is. The front side is open, and that gives Lou the permission to just descend it on that. The bomb plant starts. Compton's waiting for somebody to kind of swing over on the right, and there is definitely a gun diff here. We're talking about rifles versus classics.
Revealing area.
Doug gets shot, but Worst is like, you're gotta come to me, man. The bomb is down. J-Boy not quite seeing anybody. He's gonna swing a little bit, and the J-Boy's still hanging out there. Caffeine managed to grab a pick over on Lou. Caffeine having fun with that Cypher trap here. Nimbus is running off of sight. He's hoping to grab a gun and chase them. Grab one. It's gonna get caught in the bomb. But hey, a little bit of econ damage makes sure that GM has to buy a new gun next round, even if they do have the money for it. Timeout coming in from Nimbus again.
Oh,
Here's the real pause chance.
They're getting win next round. I'm not gonna lie, that last round, Dragoon and Boomer, they shouldn't have pushed up like that. I feel like the aggressive plays aren't working out for them. It was cheeky to do that during the first round with pistols, but I feel at this point it's too much of a risk. I feel like they better benefit from just holding their corners and shooting them, because it does seem they're doing better with their guns this game than over last game.
There we go. Make this a little less jarring for others. 30 seconds left in the timeout. Just running a quick ad, you know. Get a little bit of money, right? Don't forget, this is YouTube. We are partnered. You can do a super chat if you want something to pop up on the top of the screen for everybody else to see.
Just give Q money. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, it goes to the team, right? It helps increase production quality, pay staff. You know, we have people.
Wait, I don't get paid.
I mean, you don't get paid. Getty gets paid. He's the one developing the overlay, all right?
I believe you.
All right, and we're back at it again already. GM has a plan. Nimbus, with the pause, hopefully has a plan. We'll see what ends up on their side. It is 6-9. Nice. From the attacker defender side of point of view. And Nimbus is set. Man, they are stacking A, and it'll actually work out for them as well at this point. They already saw Lou. Caffeine pushing up. Lou not stopping for anything. That wall comes down. They got an in on the site. They're already backing off though. They created the that look that they're going A, but they are already gone. Dragoon waiting for somebody to kind of push up on their mid. Haven't seen a single mid play this round though, except for the kind of flanks through mid. Nothing like a big main push. The wall goes down, and that gives Nimbus a little bit of information on where they need to start having people. One-way smokes are down. A little bit of shots. Talu. Boomer does unfortunately manage to miss that dart and does get seen, but a counter dart comes down and manages to grab J-Boy. The spike's over on A, and there's the fool. Lou's already on site along with Pretzel and Worst. The bomb goes down. Caffeine's cut off with that wall though. XKZ, GM pulls off of sight. They're gonna have to play retake style here. J-Boy on the huge, waiting for any flankers, make sure nobody's coming up behind him. GM is set for people to be on site, and on site Nimbus is undercover. Boomer is there. Compton managed to grab Lou. Worst behavior managed to grab XKZ. Compton grabs J-Boy. Worst behavior grab Compton. Lots of trades going back and forth. Even through that smoke. Worst behavior grabs Boomer and Caffeine and gets a res on J-Boy. Man, they are stacking this against Dragoon, who gets picked up by Talu with a headshot.
Looks like GM's starting to use a psychology bit on. Dude, that sneaking into A was amazing. They've made a lot of noise, be like, hey, we're here, come over here, come get us. But then they just slowly walked over onto A, and they weren't ready for that.
Kind of creating like a little bit of animosity of, do you know if you're going to actually be going to A or not? If they see one, does that mean that more are behind them, or is it just kind of a play to get them off of sight?
Agreed, and that hesitation is enough to win you the game when done correctly.
GM already setting up to go for a big push over on B side here. The wall goes down, that cuts off all the way through sight, and you've got Boomer ready and set. Crouches, does not actually get seen in his own smoke. There is a bit of a gun diff here and a big save. One headshot down, and that grabs Lou. Rest in peace. J-Boy grabbed Compton though, over on the flank. XKZ sees Compton's body and kind of holding back a little bit. Caffeine kind of loading off, and that's where that hesitation is. They're kind of backfilling. Pretzel managed to get kind of close to sight. They're backing out though. There we go. Wall goes down, the bomb's down. Boomer manages to spray and get a little bit of shot down on the worst behavior. Pretzel is just waiting for somebody to drop. Undercover gets picked. Dragoon grabs Talu. XKZ grabs worst behavior.
One enemy remaining.
Caffeine grabs Pretzel. J-Boy grabs XKZ. Little bit of spray goes down, and Caffeine's got a hunt. He's not ready for it, but J-Boy turns around and grabs Caffeine with a headshot, and that gives GM another round. It's 8-9.
I feel like GM J-Boy did the right thing there. I've always preached this. You have to constantly be on the move, get the enemy confused. But I'm not gonna lie, Caffeine should have checked the top of that thing. Surprisingly, They almost made a comeback with that gun disadvantage. Unfortunately, GM did say we do have better guns, so you deserve to lose the round.
GM out here with their attack side holding. There's guns now on Nimbus. Let's see if they can pull it back. It was a costly win though for GM. So, all right, GM sending it down A site. This is the first round that I've seen that Nimbus didn't actually put that many people over on A. Lou's already on site. They're being held off by a ton of util. Lou's just fast on that flick, saving his teammates from that alarm bot. Nimbus kind of holding off site. Compton's drone sees one. GM not pushing up on the site though. Nimbus still holding back, looking for a flanker, but they're not going to find any. Compton doesn't get seen by the dart. Nimbus takes the opportunity to kind of push up, hopefully get on site. Charlie grabs Compton. That gives GM the confidence they need to get on the site now. Wall goes up. The bomb goes down. Boomer.
Spike planted.
Hoping to catch it up with the rest of the team side. Lose. Throwing nades. Gonna catch Dragoon, push him off from screens. The rest of the team from Nimbus is here on site, and they're doing the same thing. Pretzel being ruthless, waiting with lineups, hiding off of main angles too. The rest of his team dropping like flies, but Compton can't get to the defuse. J-Boy on the flank, grabs one, grabs two. GM picks up another round, it's 9-9.
Amazing play by J-Boy. I love the fact that he went all the way around just to flank the enemy team. That's the kind of stuff that keeps people on their toes. And if you keep doing stuff like that throughout the game, it literally makes the enemy team waste their resources trying to look for you. So I think if J-Boy keeps that kind of gameplay, I think he can be able to clutch this game up for them.
Worst behavior determining on whether or not he wants Vandal or if he wants a operator for this game. He had just enough to buy it. Nimbus kind of put on the back foot again. Kind of has a little low of a buy here. Kind of forcing up though. Still have enough for next round though. GM having tons of success over on A. Continues their push. Undercover drops their ult. Their Viper ult more specifically in order to keep them off of sight. Lou gonna play it quiet, gonna play it close. Lou's like, yeah, I'm gonna run around back here. Compton manages to pull back a little bit, pick him off of the Spectre, and that's a gun on the ground. Pretzel and Co. waiting. There's the dart goes down, but it ain't gonna see anybody inside that smoke. J-Boy hoping to see somebody kind of pull up here. And GM's got a tough road ahead of them if they want to continue on A. Talu backing out. They made the executive call. Maybe A is not the best option here. GM's already kind of got a little bit of push over in mid, and you're just seeing these peaks. Lots of wiggles. Lots of wiggles. Dart goes off. They know nobody else is on con B here. That knife goes out. XKZ knows that there's somebody there.
30 seconds left.
J-Boy does see XKZ, gets head tapped with that sheriff, and that orb is over. Picked up. Nimbus trying to hold off a little bit on to that B-side push, but GM manages to push up onto it. Pretzel already on site, already looking around, almost got shot by Caffeine, but unfortunately he's just faster. Dragoon swings with the Spectre. Man. GM gets picked. Nimbus actually comes with the coming in clutch here with the econ level. And Nimbus grabs a round. I mean, as long as they actually defuse it, you know. Come on, guys. Let's get this game over with, right?
Thrifty.
I'm not gonna lie, that you mentioned it previously, but there have been no mid pushes. I feel like the mid push would have been the play for GM there. Obviously, they couldn't go into A because the Viper ult was down, but there was a lot of utility and a lot of bad timing at the normal B main push. So I feel like a mid play would have actually played in their favor.
And speaking of, that's where they're planning on going this time. Swingley, are you sure you're not in like a voice call with them on Skype or something?
Sometimes I'm good at the game. What can I say?
We'll make sure to leave that disclaimer sometimes on there.
Wait, what?
Full gun buys from both teams here and full shields except for Undercover. And GM absolutely pushing up. That knife goes down and he sees 3 in mid. He's gonna be like, maybe there's a few people in mid here. Nimbus playing it safe though, holding on to their sights. Caffeine, not gonna let them see where they are. A little bit of a swing, a little bit of a peek. Nothing here. They do end up not going through mid. Rest in peace, Swingly. Your plan was like good idea, but maybe not the best.
It's gonna cost him. Just watch.
All right. Caffeine hears all of the footsteps and he's in a great spot. Managed to grab one on Talu, but Worst managed to grab Caffeine. Worst just used the res to make all of Caffeine's worthless. J-Boy grabs Dragoon. XKZ grabs J-Boy. Lou is outside of the smoke. Kind of pushing around Pretzel though. The bomb is down. The ult is out. GM set up for the play. Grabs Boomer though in the back. Waiting, XKZ low health. Oh, but faster with that gunplay. Managed to kill Worst behavior. Lou hiding behind the box like classic Lou does. Only at 20 health though, so any kind of spray through that box. Nimbus decides to just take the L and walk off. Save some guns, maybe grab some people in mid. That's a save from Nimbus and a win for GM. That brings it up to 10-10, man. It's a long game.
I like to point out the only reason that worked out for them is because they had Viper ult. All right, if they didn't have that, mid still would have been the play. But you know what? Let's see if they try something different. Also, I'd like to point out Cypher's actually using a lot of Zuzuto to prevent the flanks, which, you know, because they're winning, I can't chastise them for it. But technically, that shows you the effect of flanking, wasting the enemy's utility on things you're not actually doing.
All right, getting kind of a default play coming out here from Nimbus and from GM as well. XKZ pushing up, playing it close. Managed to grab Worst behavior.
Spike down A.
They got sight. Good trade from Luke. Managed to grab Compton. Managed to grab XKZ, but Pretzel grabs Boomer. Caffeine grabs Lou.
One enemy remaining.
Dragoon in mid gets a pick. He runs. GM almost sees Dragoon, but does hear the footsteps. J-Boy pushing up. Dragoon not ready for him to be in mid. Oh, Nimbus is faster with the gunplay though. Grabs a pick off on J-Boy, giving them 11. It's 11-10. It's 11-10.
Typically, I don't agree with aggressive plays when defending, but I feel like in this case, it's actually helping them because they're mixing it up, making a GM keep on their toes. I don't think they were expecting that aggressive push, and it turned out well for them. I wouldn't recommend they do it again. Typically, you know, that's cheeky behavior, cheesy behavior. It only works once in a while. But I do appreciate that mix-up. It's that kind of stuff that makes you... Because once the enemy gets used to you, they kind of know how to play against you. So if you mix it up, it really helps your team.
Default play coming out from GM here. Kind of, honestly, just find picks, find people. Try to figure out what's going on. Caffeine walls off. That gives them the opportunity to get that orb, though. GM seeing a little bit of XKZ up on top of that box, being cheeky. But unfortunately, they're kind of held off on side again. They threw some shots down on A with Lou and co. However, Boomer is ready if anybody tries to push mid. The wall's down over on B main. J-Boy and co. Dart goes down. They don't see anybody. J-Boy pushes up a little bit. Hopefully creates some confusion. Does see a little bit of XKZ. But all the action's happening over on A. Shots go down. Arrows out. Worst grabs the Dragoon, and that's the first kill of this match. XKZ grabs J-Boy over on B main, and Lou grabs Compton over on A. GM's got sight, and Nimbus has got to play retake. The plan's down on default, and Pretzel running away is going to get caught by Boomer. That means there are no lineups for them, and GM's caught in a tough spot. Worst behavior grabs XKZ. Boomer ran Caffeine grabs Lou. Boomer grabs Talu. And worst behavior. Nimbus Grabs another one. It's 12-10.
What happened? Why is it the bombs are defusing? What the? What the hell was that?
It's fine. It's just Valorant. It's small indie dev studio, you know.
Match point.
The alert gameplay came out again, and it really worked out in the favor. I want to point out, Boomer's really good at landing those Viper. I don't even know what they're called. Viper bites or whatever. But she's really good at landing those. I think the way he puts them down really puts the enemy in a sticky situation. And in that case, it was really bad for GM to all be crowded within pipes. They had nowhere to turn to, and so it was really easy to pick them off. Unfortunately, there was a lot of chaos in the area, so I can't hold it too much against them, but it's better to spread out in those situations.
GM setting up for a B-side rush here. Everybody's on site, and well, Nimbus actually doesn't really have too much going on to keep him back. Lou is sending it in. He's got his ult out. Sees Dragoon, takes him off. Pings go down. They know at least one person's over on over by orange box.
Planted.
Lou hiding behind a box. Does get picked up by Compton over by the bridge on site. Compton. Lots of spray. Nimbus is pushed up. They've kind of pushed GM back into that corner again. Pretzel though. Fake defuse. They pulled off already. Pretzel's pushing up, hoping to find somebody. Does see one. Dragoon's back up after a rest from Caffeine. Caffeine managed to pick him off. GM grabs XAZ. And everybody else on that team giving GM one more round. It's 11-12.
Oh, that's a close game. I'm not gonna lie, dude. When he put that killjoy out there, I'm like, oh, it's over. But I guess that's what they call adrenaline. GM just started running at them like, we're not losing like this, not like this. They just ran to destroy the killjoy, killed everyone.
And here is a note for everybody in chat. GM did win map 1. So if GM clutches this out and manages to pick off map 2, that's it. That's the end. Nimbus goes home. GM proceeds. Nimbus, if they win this game, they need to win one round. Right now anyway, unless they go to overtime. And then they can push up and they just have to win the next map, which is Pearl. Lou doing some sprays, taking a little bit of damage. Does see the owl. Pulls back, pushes up on the site. He's trying to be fast, trying to get a play. They need to get this round, otherwise they're going to do another game. Lou gets one. Caught with Compton. Tally grabs XKZ.
I know exactly.
Tally grabs Caffeine. Wow. This is not looking good for Nimbus. Some sprays go out. Dragoon gets spotted. Worst is, well, on his worst behavior. He's hiding in CT, waiting to find somebody. Nimbus pushing up, trying to see. Worst grabs Boomer on the flank. Or I guess on the rotate more specifically. Dragoon gets picked off. GM brings it to 12-12 and it goes to overtime.
Oh, nice. I hate this close.
Switching sides. Overtime.
I'm gonna need somebody to like go through like this recording and just like clip out like me saying like overtime gets a pick, the headshot. Just send those to me real quick. First timeout from GM here. We're gonna take a quick second. I'm gonna run some ads. You know, enjoy it. Get our quota in. Yeah, totally have a quota. Totally have a quota. Don't forget to like the video because that bumps up for other people who aren't necessarily in the CEA to actually come and watch this. Don't forget to subscribe so you get the bell for the finals happening next week. And you know, don't forget to send some messages in chat. Interact with people. Say hi.
You know.
As I found out, if you're on Firefox, chat doesn't work. So
oh, wow.
That's a thing. Make sure you refresh your page every few seconds now. Maybe it's an extension that I've got. Who knows? Oh, you know what? It's probably the Truffle TV extension that I use. Because it's like, I want to buffer. It's for like super popular streamers. Let me I know, right?
You're on your way. You're on your way.
We go refresh. Maybe I can actually have chat up on my screen instead of having to like glance down at my phone.
Oh, yeah. Also, just for the sake of commentary, during that last round, Viper, I feel like that ult actually hurt her because it told everybody where she was, and it kind of pinned her to that position, pretty much forcing GM to do the play they did.
All right, And here is the overtime that we've got for us today. GM calls out for IBM and GM in chat here. Let's see who wins these down. XKZ throws his knife, manages to see 3 people from GM. You know, don't forget Nimbus had excellent attack plays here, and that's what they're executing on, already pulling off. GM's got to play recovery. They're not on site yet, but the rotate's already here.
Cage triggered.
Plenty of shots go down. Plenty of people been seen. They know at least a lot of people over on A. Pretzel and Dragon go at it. GM managed to grab Dragoon. Grabs. Wow. Talon grabs XKZ. J-Boy grabs Boomer. Talon then grabs Compton and Caffeine. That gives GM their first round.
Oh my god, what happened there? It was like clockwork. I guess Nimbus is just not confident on the attack. Hopefully that does not hurt their confidence coming into this defense, because they need this defense. Otherwise, it is over for them.
Luna Wuda out here saying that they want to see Pearl. But with this trajectory, who knows how it ends up. GM's got to defend this round, though. They've been successful at it. I guess more specifically, actually, no. They have not been great on attack, which is where they're at. Some shots go down. You know, just a little bit of util, a little bit of information. Boomer sees one, picks off Lou. Gets that dart down there. Nanoswarm goes out. They see worst behavior. Worst behavior cleans up Boomer. Dragoon grabs worst behavior. Talu grabs Dragoon. J-Boy grabs Compton on the flank. Caffeine. Man, J-Boy grabs XKZ. Caffeine grabs J-Boy. I mean, GM has a chance. Caffeine, the top fragger for Nimbus, is here. Does see Pretzel.
No
Pretzel runs. Ball goes out. That runs off. Pretzel grabs the kill off Caffeine, and that ends the set.
What a comeback.
Wins.
God damn.
GM goes to finals.
And they were the underdogs going into this, weren't they? Rank 3 versus rank 2?
I mean, they're effectively even. You end up with like major plays, honestly, on both sides. And it was an insanely close, especially with Nimbus in that last game, just trying to hold on and bring it down to Pearl. But unfortunately, we are not going to Pearl because GM is going to finals. I gotta talk with Frave. I need to figure out who's doing broadcast for next week because I called dibs. All right, that fair? You down with me, Swing? You want to cast with me next week? Yeah. Huh?
Wait, what time? Wait, what week is next week?
Next week, it'll be a week from today. So it'll be like 11. It'll be 11 a.m. Pacific.
Are you putting me on the spot like this?
I'm just saying, just commit. I mean, just commit. Worst comes to worst, you end up and like Shrimp's got to be like, yeah, I guess I'll help out.
I should be able to. I don't head home till a week after that.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming and hanging out. And you know, it was an exciting game. I'm glad to have been here. Swing.
You know what? I'm gonna point out the second game was exciting. No offense, that first game was a stop, but the second game was close.
The second game was really close and it did go into OT. All right. Well, that's it for us today. We'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, if anything, I'll just make sure to rebroadcast CEA's games, and you know, it'll be fun. We'll see you guys next week.